Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How are you tonight? I'm doing well. I am doing well. It's been quite the week. The week's not. Damn, I'm at a loss for words, but right. What I wanted to say is, the week is not even halfway done, and it already feels like a lot has happened these last couple of days. Well, that makes sense. But on the one hand, it doesn't. Oh well, that doesn't matter. So today is just another just chatting stream, and yes, I am planning on playing a game. Don't know which one yet, but also not right now, obviously. Later in the evening, it's not the correct time for that right now. Not the correct time. Damn, it's been a while. So I know something I can talk about real quick. So you know that I don't know, but maybe or maybe not. You have if you play BeamNG Drive and you like big rigs, then you may or may not have heard of the GTG mods team. Yes, it's grammatically incorrect, but that's how the the group is known as. That is my team basically. I founded that team. It's funny because today I logged onto Discord, and what did I see? I saw people. Oh, it's been a month since the mod. The mod's been broken for a month now. What is it safe to presume it's dead? No, it's not safe to presume it's dead. I can reassure you that. No, I replied to that, and I said, and I quote, well, yeah, and I quote. Let me just get that in front of me. Makes it easier for me to capture it real quick. I said, and I quote, or is it? There it is. FYI, if a project isn't on our website and or it's marked as unsupported on BeamNG, then that means we've officially killed that project. As long as it's on our website and it isn't marked as unsupported on the BeamNG website, it's not officially dead and we have to provide support. So that basically means it's not dead yet. Yet at least. And neither are we planning on making it dead. No, it just takes a while. It just takes a while, I guess. Yeah. Let me just. Someone also said. Where is it? Someone said, big mistake having only one person for the Lua branch. For these kind of situations, they need at least 2 or 3. And then someone else replied to that, should have at least 2 people per branch. Well, that's the thing. We don't have a Lua branch. As said before, it's actually a partner of ours. We have a signed deal with a partner with whom who basically does all the Lua work for our projects. So no, it's not a branch, and it's not a branch within our team, but it's more actually we outsource it because we don't have anyone inside the team that is actually capable of everyone's capable. We don't have anyone inside the team that has the skills to do to work on Lua. Neither, and I am the most skilled, pretty much the most skilled all rounder on the team. And yeah, I can't do Lua. I can't. I don't understand it. So, but then again, I haven't really tried to learn it. It's not my priority either. So. Just adjusting the mic a little bit. I was looking down at. There's this little knob. There's this little knob in right here. I was looking down at that and I was like, hey, that is supposed to be a little bit more. well, a little bit more horizontal, and well, it clearly isn't. So that's what you get. That's what you get with mic arms, and you have to move your mic every single time. I have to, at least. And yes, of course, the coffee this time. And this time I actually have it on this side of the desk. Very important. That means that I don't have to grab over to my left side and grab the cup from there. If I position it correctly, then it won't be in my way. Hello, welcome to the stream. Please say hi in the chat. I'd love that. I don't really have many things to talk about, so if you have anything, if you have a particular subject you'd like me to talk about, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. It's I'm a little speechless right now. Let me just look for something real quick in my Discord server. That way I may see something and I'm like, oh hey, that's right. That's what I wanted to talk about. I'll just put that to the side and right. Hopefully they will hire another Lua member who Baltic came from Steam instead of Humble Bundle. Wow. Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I'd really like that. And if you've got anything, questions, or if you want me to talk about anything, feel free to write in the chat. I'm open for anything. I may be playing a video game later on in the stream. Not right now though. I actually just actually first want to interact with y'all. People are still waiting on the update for our project. That's right. Well, I don't know about you, but I've seen the newest benchmarks for the brand new RTX 4090. Damn, I'm surprised, especially the synthetics. Like what the hell? Like Port Royal, Well, that is a huge leap forward, and it's just straight up. And what's even more hilarious, the 4090 is so powerful that at 1080p, even with the world's fastest gaming processor, you will still be bottled. Still will be CPU bound. You will be CPU bound, even with the fastest gaming processor on the planet. That's just nuts. Just nuts. It's just nuts. It's just like the funny thing is, it's like it's the biggest generational improvement um, we've probably ever seen uh, for from a generation to generation, and not only that, Ada Lovelace, the codename for RTX 4000, well, it's not only significantly more powerful, but it's also quite a lot more efficient compared to Ampere and Ampere's predecessors like Turing, Pascal, Maxwell, etc., etc. So so it's funny. Everyone was expecting like a 600-watt card, but that's not what's going on. It's 4090 absolutely annihilates the 3090 Ti, and it does so at the same power levels. And it has like 4,000 more cores. It's insane. 4,000 more, and not only that, I've heard rumors that the new Nvidia cards can, with a little bit of overclocking, can reach up to 3 gigahertz of clock speed. I remember the days that the most powerful graphics cards could barely do 2 gigahertz. Now we're talking about 3. That's nuts. Just nuts. Just nuts. Times are becoming really interesting. Really interesting. I mean, I got a 3080 Ti in the rig there that was supposed to go in my PC, which I still have not gotten around to building yet. Thus, hence why my 3080 Ti is in the rig. I mean, my PC is gonna have a 99 is well, I'm planning to put a 9900 KS in it. Well, I know it's not the newest, it's not the latest in the greatest, it's not the newest, but I like 9th gen. It's fast enough for me. And then to see that a 4090 is capable of overwhelming a 12th gen or even 12th gen or even a Ryzen 7000 processor, that's pretty insane. And then those third generation RT cores. Well, I've never been able to play with ray tracing myself, but what I hear is that the third gen RT cores, well, they're the fastest ray tracing cores on the planet, period, right now. That is until we see what AMD comes up with next month. No, next week. That's it. No, next month, November, next month. So in about 3 weeks from now, the AMD will release their new graphics cards, codenamed RDNA 3. So that'll be really interesting to see. The big question is, did Nvidia just go balls to the wall and just gave Ada Lovelace everything they got, or do they still have an ace up their sleeve in the form of an RTX Titan Ada or an RTX 4090 Ti? We don't know. Maybe both. We don't know. I mean, if it's both, if they're gonna do an Titan RTX Ada, then I suspect it would probably have like, and it would no longer have an AD102 chip, but it actually have an AD100 chip, like the biggest piece of silicone that you could possibly put on a graphics card. So like a bunch of like with the Ampere, you have GA 10 108, 107, 106, etc. The 3080 Ti, the 3090 Ti, they all have the GA 102 chip, which is the second biggest sized die that Nvidia has in their lineup. Then you get GA 100, which is the biggest die. And I think, if I remember correctly, those things, they got a lot, like a lot, of course, more so than GA 102, but obviously because they're bigger. But thing is, GA 102 was not really focused at being a consumer graphics chip, which explains why it's not found in an RTX, in a GeForce RTX graphics card. But a little itchy on my nose. Depending on what AMD does, Nvidia may be forced to use an AD100 chip on their top of the line graphics cards. So that's gonna be real interesting. And they also got the new underdog on the block, whose name starts with an I and ends with an L. And we all know, and their main color is blue, which means it can only be one, and which is Intel Arc. Well, they came a little late to the scene. Now with the new RTX 4000 series coming out, and then you get RDNA 3 coming out next month, I'm a little bit worried for Intel, because even though their top of the line is focused at competing with the RTX 3060, and don't get me wrong, an RTX 3060 is definitely one of those cards that will remain relevant for quite some time to come, for maybe the next 2 years. To have your top of the line card to only be top of the line, like flagship graphics chip, to only be relevant for 2-3 years, well, that's a little disappointing. So basically what Intel is going to have to do is either, well, it's not either, they really have to, is they have to fix their drivers, and they're doing a really good job at that, as far as I am aware of. And they also have to somehow come up with an A9 series, not an A770, maybe an A990, maybe an A990. Possibly their own version of SLI, or Crossfire, that finally works properly. Works properly, so not in such a way that one card or one chip is slaved to another, because that is how SLI and Crossfire have worked for the longest time. You got the main card and you got the secondary card, and the secondary card is basically secondary, third and fourth cards. They were basically all enslaved to the first card, the main card, which can cost you performance, quite a bit of performance. So, but if Intel is cooking up an A990, that's gonna be a pretty interesting chip, a pretty interesting graphics card, graphics chip. That's the correct term. Pretty. They're gonna come if they're gonna come out with an Arc A990. I'd love to test that if it's affordable. But there are many things that I wish to do, and well, many things are just out of my grasp. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll just quickly show up my YouTube channel. Yes, this Twitch channel. Shut up, phone. This Twitch channel has a YouTube channel as well. Yeah, that looks about right. This Twitch channel has a YouTube channel as well. There you go. This is my YouTube channel, and as you can see here, literally that's streamed 1 month ago. What we play? Always clicking circles. I did these streams. This one I did these before I went to Twitch. I did streams on YouTube. See this one. This one's on YouTube. Streamed 1 month ago. Streams. And then I switched over to Twitch because Twitch is a superior platform. But as you can see, this is the banner. It also says like PC tech, crypto mining, and reviews. And definitely this channel isn't scheduled. The last thing was done a month ago because I don't really have a proper means of editing videos yet. I mean, I know the software. I know the software I have to use for it. But I kind of don't really have the disk space available for it. Well, one that I do, but the bandwidth is too low. So, yeah. But basically, the PC tech, crypto mining, and reviews. Well, the review bit goes hand in hand with PC tech. So, the PC tech. Reviews and PC tech go hand in hand. Well, pretty simple why that is. I mean, if I had a little bit more to spend, I could if I had a little more. Jesus, I'm stuttering. I'm so sorry. If I had a little bit more to spend, I could build a test bench, a proper test bench, and do tests on that, like GPU tests, and not only GPU tests, but also memory tests. I could get if I could afford that, I could, for example, get up with a relatively decent memory kit and see what how different memory speeds affect something. So I can do all of that. It's not really that difficult to do, but if you have the money, that's it. It's really expensive stuff. Yeah. There's all kinds of things happening outside, and I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? It's because I have a window that is pretty much always open. Do that on purpose. I have it open on purpose because that way cold air, warm air can get out. It's pretty much the highest point of the entire house. So this room can get hot really quickly, especially with bricks like that thing there. So yeah. I went to a friend's place yesterday, and what happened? I accidentally busted this controller, this DualShock 3 controller. So I had to fix it, and I did. So I took it apart, and I saw what was saw what was wrong with his controller, and one of the dual shock motors, well, the mounts, they had broken off. So I took it apart completely and super glued the mounts back into place, and then reassembled it, and it's almost as good as it's new. So no need to buy another one. It was actually pretty easy fix anyway, so not too surprised there. It's a pretty easy fix. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream, or welcome back to the stream if you had to go or something. So yes, I've had to fix that. I'm thinking of... I'm gonna check the BeamNG forum, see what's going on there. Without a doubt something has happened. Let's see. Okay, so there's this guy who asked something before, someone replied, and then he asks this pretty much the same question again, and then I step in and say add random user, comma, this at random user has already replied to your previous request for help. And then today he replies, thanks for the reminder. Those are, well, typical forums moments. Wait, what's this? As a complete noob at this, I have a question. Is there a way to import only my engine from automation to BeamNG? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. As a complete noob at this, I have a question. Is there a way to import only my engine for automation to BeamNG? Well, I have both games, and as far as I'm aware of, no. No, that's not possible so far. At least not in a relatively easy fashion. Okay, so now I'm going to continue on. I mean, there isn't quite a simple answer to that question, pardon me. You would have to have an understanding of how the vehicle file is built in the file manager on Windows. Unfortunately, I don't quite have the knowledge to help with this 100%. I would say you can possibly copy just the engine files from automation and paste them for vehicle and BeamNG. I mean, it's a good attempt, but that's not exactly how BeamNG works. I think it's best if you ask mothers. Yeah. Just quickly throw together a car, export it, and you can get just the engine file imported to a different car, the same way you would with a vanilla engine. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I said that above. Good idea. Okay, let's double check that. Vehicle file is built on in the file manager on Windows. That's awfully specific. I would say you can possibly just copy the engine mods from automation, paste them for a vehicle in BeamNG Drive. I mean, it's not exactly what you said, but it's close enough. Yeah, it's close enough. It's not exactly what you said, but it's close enough. It's close enough. Okay, let's see what else. Auto-plate vehicle mods. Oh boy. Typical. Me. This is me. This is me. Usually when I read the forums, I'm always like, bruh, what? Mod's supposed to be free. And what rule says this? Okay, that I want to see. Tim the Great Wolf. I disagree. The mod's supposed to be free. Can't wait for me. You should have to go down to the ground if they keep this up, bro. What? Honestly, I have to say, paid mods are gonna. Oh my god, this discussion never ends. The discussion never ends. Oh man, oh man. After finding out that Cherry Picnic was a paid mod, yeah, the Cherry Picnic, excellent car, by the way. It's made by a very good modder. Most paid mods consist of a D-series mesh lab being sold for something like $30 a month. Oh yeah, a lot of paid mods for BeamNG Drive are just stupid mesh labs, and people are just asking like $30 a month for it. Honestly, I have to say, paid mods are gonna ruin the modding community. Okay, that message was definitely removed. Man, what if you get a job and a company doesn't pay you? You're working for free. Spending precious time of your life and putting effort without getting paid. Exactly the same feeling for someone who's get when they make mods for free. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Still, I do it for free in my team. We just have a few exclusives available as a little thank you for those who are willing to subscribe to a Patreon page. And when they do make some mods paid, into which they put a lot of time, passion, and efforts, they deserve to get paid. Exactly right, SKB. And if you want that mod which they put a ton of effort into, you're gonna have to pay for it. It isn't free most of the time. Well, contrary to popular belief, making a mod isn't free. Especially nowadays. Paid mods are gonna ruin the modding community. You're not entitled to anything. The world isn't free. You don't want to buy the mod? Okay, move on, find another. It's exactly. It's the other way around. It's people like you who ruin the community. It seems that you're just trying to start a drama about paid mods at every possible opportunity, or that you constantly feel the need to spread your opinion about paid mods, despite the fact that everyone else is against you and you know it. What are you trying to gain from this? Best case scenario, you will annoy everyone, and worst, you will get banned. And banned he did. When you click on this, that message is gone, suggesting that the user is gone. Or no, I think more than likely. Let's see. Yes. No, I'll see that in a second. Paid mods are just one of the list. Paid mods is just one of the list of things horrifically wrong with the BeamNG modding community. To everyone saying stuff like get a job or it's their choice, it's also mine and other people's choice to either disagree or agree with that practice. Okay, that's a nice. Whoa, 62 agreements. Fucking hell. Oh damn, this guy's tough. Okay. To everyone saying stuff like get a job or it's their choice, it's also mine and other people's choice to either disagree or agree with that practice. As it is the choice of any mod creator to make their own as it is the choice of any mod creator to make their mod paid, but once they decide that a mod is worthy of being behind a Patreon paywall, it better exceed the developer quality. Mods crap like the Raven, that looks like something a board kid carved out of soap using a Bowie knife, should under no circumstance be behind a paywall. Mesh labs from Forza should never be behind a paywall. Yeah, that's a really big problem with paid mods. And modders who abandon mods because of reasons such as outdated quality and lack of passion should certainly never put mods behind the paywall, because the second it is behind the paywall, it is not your passion project or your weekend hobby, it is your business, and the people playing the game are your customers, and you must serve them what they paid for. Yes and no. Yes and no. Not always. Let me put it that way. It's as outdated, and modders who abandon mods because of reasons such as outdated quality and lack of passion should certainly never put mods behind a paywall. Well, yes and no. You see, if they're gonna keep it behind a paywall, well, that's a bad thing. But if they're like, oh, yeah, it's gonna take too much time to, it's gonna take like too much time. Like if it's gonna take too much, time to fix it, then in my opinion it's actually better to remove it from the paywall, and instead of having it in a paywall, I would just make it available. I will make it available for free afterwards, or at the very least available on request. So available on request. So basically, they would say that ex customers, well, they could. You may disagree. I don't really give a damn. You see, what he's basically saying right now is that the moment you put something behind a paywall, you have to support it all the time. But that just is not exactly how it works. You see big businesses, they drop support for products. For products like all the freaking time. Big business, big Fortune 500 companies do that all the time. Sometimes even without announcement. So that's why I'm saying yes and no. You must serve them what they paid for. Well, you do that, and if you can't, then you find a way to still be able to do so and remove it from being behind a paywall. And as for those saying get a job, it's not that hard to pay for it. If you're subbing to only 3 of these $5 a month Patreon mods that are everywhere, you're paying $15 a month or annually for mods created by individuals. The game itself costs a one-time payment of $130. You advocate spending 6 times as much as you spend paying for the game over the course of the year to get vehicles made by freelancers, because it's there, right? Cover it, but you better hope they also have 6 times the effort and time and resources to BeamNG developers, because there's no way any one of you could possibly continue to justify this made pot if one of them, which you could have sunk $60 annually into, goes belly up because the model lost the passion for it. Belly up. Another way of saying dead. I'm all for supporting modders. Donating to a modder because you like the mod is the best I've ever seen on the forums. Everyone can enjoy it, and the modder can make revenue on the site from the mods. Modders who publish free mods can always just walk away easily, hands clean, and no one gets hurt. Yes, maybe a little community disappointment, but no one lost any money at the end of the day. No Patreon modder can say the same. They're obligated to continue to give them mod constant updates and bug fixes, and will be held to a level equal to or higher than developer content, and rightfully so. No mod should be scrutinized for every little detail wrong with that mod. It's just cruel to pick apart someone's hobby, something they spent hours on to give to the community and asking nothing for in return. But paid mods are not this. The second a paywall is installed, you might as well consider it a DLC for BeamNG, and as such should be maintained to the same standards and be open to just as much criticism as official content invites. And the developers should be fully open to all of these nitpick suggestions, something I see very little of in these paid mods, which brings up the disgusting reality that for far too many people are simply people exploiting mesh labs for money. Yeah, that's correct. All in all, paid mods are fine. No one is killed by paid mods, but they must be held to standards equal to or greater than official content, and those are a pair of shoes pretty big, especially if you're comparing one person's work to an entire game development team. True. For fair context, I've never tried to make a mod. I don't understand the issues that are mod specific, nor am I going to pretend that I do. I also can't pretend to know all the issues on the other side of the screen for modders, such as financial insecurity, where this may be one of the only ways to make cash, which is why we cannot automatically write all paid mods off the table. However, paid mods must be held much higher than any free mod because of this paywall, which is a bond of trust to the community. Once the paywall goes up, you can never ever truly walk away. You will always have people telling you how much they paid for this mod, and no matter how little time or passion you have left for it, they will demand that it's continually working, and it is your responsibility to do just that. Yeah. I paid for the cherry pick because I like the quality of the ETK cases, and I felt that the Lucas deserved a small donation as this mod is really high quality. However, I don't think he should have to support the mod permanently. The lifespan of mod seems to usually be no more than a few updates. There are a few that survive longer, but mostly something will break after a while. I would expect the pigment to be supported for at least a year, but not forever. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. This is literally a never-ending discussion. Literally a never-ending discussion on the forums. It's you got people who are pro free mods and pro paid mods, and you got people like me who are just in between. Like, I'm completely fine with both. You know, you can cancel the subscription after downloading the mod. I mean, yeah, this is a never ending. This is it really is a never ending discussion. It really is a never ending discussion, and I'm always like, excuse me, I am always AX53, well known mother. Mods breaking with game updates is mainly a problem for mods which piggyback off of a vanilla vehicle, less so for an independent. Oh, this guy is completely right. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Oh my god. Mods breaking with game updates is mainly a problem. Yeah. It would have to be drastic changes to the game's core mechanics to break such a mod. I know a mod that does that. I know one mod that does that. I'll show you in a bit. Yeah, oh my god, this guy's so rad. BeamNG isn't special. Every time the words paint mods are uttered, a drama storm follows. Yes. Oh, yeah. My god. Oh my damn. Oh wow. See, that's the thing. I'll show you. I'll show you a one. I'll show you a mod that really does completely change the default vehicle. It's this one. I put a lot of work in this. It even says so. It even says that it's incompatible with any other mods because to just be safe. So then the amount of heat I've gotten for this is nuts, but they're generally people who don't really get the point. So anyway, I feel like maybe playing a game. I wonder, how will BeamNG run? How will BeamNG run? I'm not so sure what game to play though. It could be BeamNG or it could be some other game. I'm thinking, and I don't know. There are a whole bunch of games that I could play. And I could also just do nothing. But I don't feel like renting on the forums anymore. So let's see if maybe if I can spot something interesting from my Discord. Nothing really interesting so far. Well, it's funny how people think that the GG mods team actually like pays people to be on the team. No, that's not how we roll. We're just a group of people who do things for the same common goal, basically. For the same common goal, and But we have a Patreon page. That's why I have a Patreon page. The Patreon page. The money that we get from the Patreon is used to maintain the is used to maintain the licenses. There are a few software licenses and other licenses and subscriptions that have to be paid in order for the some of the services that the team relies on for them to run. What? Someone's watching Titanic. The sink. What? The sink that sunk? No, the ship that sunk. I used to work. Okay, someone says I used to work for an IT company, so I've learned quite a bit. One main thing: one dev in the sector is no dev in the sector. Backups, contingencies. That's what people need to realize. Completely agree on that one. Though having multiple people for the same thing will not work if you are a small time company. For example, if you say you have a smaller company, yeah, then it's quite common to have someone specific for one job. And it generally would it make sense to have a second person for it if that one person is always there, especially if you're a smaller corporation or a smaller company, because that would just not be cost efficient. If you're a bigger company, you can afford it, sure, do it, but so this guy, GG Muslim, has a Lua partner, and he has a few problems with Humble Bundle, because Humble Bundle is horrifically slow. It was horrifically slow, so yeah. He's still waiting before the Humble Bundle version of the game actually gets updated. I don't know what the status on that is, so I contacted him today. So I hope to see some things later on. You know what? I'm gonna play some Farming Simulator because I can. Let's play some Farming Simulator. Yo. Farming Simulator, where are you at? Where are you at? Farming Simulator 22. Excellent. Boop. Yep. Then my controller connects. 2003, 2021. Wow, that company is almost as old. Giant Software is pretty much as old as I am. It's no secret in what year I was born. If I'm 19 now, then it's no secret when I was born. Let me tweak the volumes a little. Yes. Korea. Okay, I'm gonna change some stream data. Stream info. Farming Simulator 22, yes. Done. It's currently loading. In-game cam, there you go. And we're in-game. That's right. At least this trailer. Because my harvester is almost empty. Put in the cruise control on 35 miles per hour. The car's swaying from side to side. Come on. Oh no! The car's stuck. Shit. Oh my god, it's legit stuck. It's like stuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do, if you do that in real life, you'll obviously damage your car, but I have to push the car to the aside, and I'll use the tractor to deliver that. Refill tractor. That's not exactly why, yeah. Okay, and reverse back onto that. There you go. And we can refill her. That thing is now quite a little bit lighter, so with any luck, we'll now be able to actually pull it out with the truck. Oh, don't dig in. Yay, she got out. Doesn't have enough flotation. Hey, we are getting movements. Excellent. This is not my field. I'm doing a harvesting contract right now. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I bought a new field, and now all my money's gone. The only field that I bought is field 30. I'm still gonna have to buy other fields though, like field 53 and 54 and 55. Oh, damn it, wrong button. But I feel like money flow is gonna go real fast now. The more fields you have, the easier it is to make a lot of money. Oh boy. Stream Deck software, come on. There you go. And she's almost full again. See how it's slowing down like that? It's because the header is too low to the ground. I have to manually put it up a little bit and then it will no longer scrape over the ground. Today's not going to be the longest stream, I think. If I listen to what my head's telling me right now, it's telling me that it's a little tired. This trailer is a Wilson pace set. I also got two other trailers that I got in here by means of save game editing, because I'm the kind of person that likes to experiment a little. So I was wondering how easy that was. It's actually surprisingly easy, by the way. Need to distribute the load equally, so I'm gonna put that over the rears. There you go. Could be me, but I think the rear tank is quite a bit bigger than the front one. Even though they're in game, they're the same size. But physically, the rear one's bigger. $40,000 liters. Technically, it's not full yet, but it's not completely full yet, but it's full enough for me to say, hey, it's probably worth it to handle this. But also looks like I need to handle something else. How much space do you need? Jesus. There's the header trailer. It's a 35-foot header. It's not the biggest. It's no slouch. It doesn't take forever on this field. This is the most powerful tractor I own right now, and it's struggling a little. I'm not going to take the highway because I'm too slow for that. APL, American Parcel Logistics. This actually seems like a good spot to store some bigger machinery. Now I'm kind of curious how much is this thing gonna struggle? It's definitely slipping. I can say that much. It's definitely slipping. But it's doing it. There you go. It's pulling it. Beep beep. This trailer is the wheels and base setup, but oops. And we go left. Oh boy. That was a little too fast. Fresh produce. Depends on how fresh they are. Only thing that I'm delivering that actually comes from my field is canola lately. Right, that's dropping the front tank. As you can see, it's emptying the front one. And once that's empty, I can switch over to the rear one. The rear tank. And then it'll empty the rear tank. $20,000 liters left, 76% transported. I have to keep the brake pressed in, otherwise the tractor will start driving because of the permanent cruise control. Well, semi-permanent basically, but if I release the brake, it will automatically speed back up to 30 miles per hour again. 91% transported. I'm almost done. I'm gonna go this way. Go right. What's that? I've made like this little I've made this like this save experiment save. And in that save I basically bought all the fields that I eventually want to own at the big field. So far from the experiments, that field, when you plant seed it with wheat, with not weed but wheat, and you fertilize it properly and stuff like that, so that you get a very high yield. Whew. The amount the amount of well, I heard some voices, but it was probably that from the game. The amount of crop you get for it is ridiculous. Well over 250,000 liters. That is a given that's a given guarantee. I have that. It's well over 200,000 liters, and then you haven't even harvested it all. That's the most hilarious bit. Then you're probably like halfway there. Don't do things at once. That's stupid. Parking the tractor right in front of my car. Cruise control disabled. Excellent. Put the folder auger in. Oh. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Well, if you get field 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34, you if you harvest that halfway, and you're harvesting wheat, you'll have at least 254,800 liters of wheat, which in freedom units which is what I would prefer, but this goddamn game doesn't show US bushels. Volume US gallons. It doesn't even say bushels. Yeah. Liters to US bushel. 200. How much was it? 254,008. I'm just gonna copy. Yes, copy and paste that. Next. Which is 7,230.61 bushels. US bushels. It's quite a lot of bushels. I just wish that Farming Simulator, would... Damn it. I wish that Farming Simulator would support showing US bushels, UK bushels, and stuff like that. Why wasn't time? The time was on 10x. Must have done that on accident. Anyway, I got a 12-hour clock in here now, but I didn't have that natively. The game doesn't have that natively. I had to install a mod for that. Which goes to show that the game engine is most likely capable of it, but Giants is just too lazy to add it. Which is too bad. Because there's such simple things to add. I only need to do 3 more passes than I've had the entire field. Okay. This pass is almost done and it's already halfway full, so that fills up pretty damn quick. When I create a giant mega field, I most likely will keep this machine, this harvester. Won't even bother to upgrade. A bigger header at most if someone will please make the 640X. This is a 635X header, but the biggest one, the biggest one in the 600 series headers that John Deere has is actually the 640X, which is a 40-foot header, an additional 5 feet over this. It's also the biggest header you can put on this harvester, on the T-series harvester. And she's full again. Getting a bigger harvester may allow me to not have to stop this often, but you know what, I'm not actually bothered by it. I'm not actually bothered by needing to stop this often. Because up to a certain point, if you have a big enough trailer like this, you can just like plop it down somewhere in the field, or preferably somewhere to the side of the field, and you can just drive over with your harvester. Because at some point, when the trailer is heavy enough, the harvester is actually faster than the tractor trailer combo will be. It's because of the sheer amount of weight is pushing down. It's pushing the wheels down into the ground, and this farmland is softer than the land around it. So what happens is that they sink in because they don't have the flotation. They're not agricultural tires, they're street tires, so that doesn't mix well. I mean, if you have enough power, then no. If you have enough power, then no one would give a damn. But as you can see, it is sinking into the ground a little bit. And that profile, that thread profile is not meant for this kind of terrain at all. But hey, it is what it is. It works, just not very well, but they do have the capacity I need. 68 is 96% completed. It's almost done. This field's almost done. Almost. Control Shift. Oh no. Control Shift J. Lift the head up. Turn her around. Control Shift N and we drop it. Without a doubt, someone has actually merged these two fields. Someone's got to have done it. Stretching a little bit in my chair because I can feel it in my back. Oh, I worked as a carpenter once, and what happened was that I we were lifting these interior plating. I lost the name. Damn it. It was on the tip of my tongue, but then I completely drywall. That was it. We had this really big piece of drywall, like a meter or something wide, 3 meters, and then 3 meters, 3 meters long, and about a centimeter thick. That's a really big and really heavy piece of drywall. It was definitely a two-man job. Well, I was lifting them together with a colleague, now an ex-colleague, and I somehow lifted it wrong, because ever since then I have back troubles. It's almost as if my back hates me now. And the fact that I sit a lot doesn't help either. I'm thinking I just need to have a really good massage sometime in the future, and I'll probably take care of it. Look at the combine. He's like, yeah. I just watched what I did. That must have looked real stupid. I'm gonna clip that. This time I have to remember it. Time markers about the 140, 139, 140 mark. I need to remember that. Clip that. Okay, so she's pretty much empty now. backing her up. I'm gonna go right ahead to the header trailer. And we're gonna send it home. Back to the farm. Hook her up. Put that up, otherwise that's in the way. And we're gonna send her home. It's right there. Set the destination, and I'm gonna send it there. I wonder what that machine is blocked by. It was most likely blocked by me. Set destination. I'm just going. You know what? I'm just gonna. What is it? What is it even blocked by? It's blocked by an object. What object? For the love of F. What object? Air worker E has stopped unexpectedly. Target is unreachable. I know what else is unreachable. Hey, it's going now, finally. Christ. I should have probably done that while it was at a standstill, but oh well. Car of mine is almost back at the farm. The reason I really like the position of where my farm is at, because it's nice and centralized. But I'm also looking at a future spot, because I'm going to need a place to store my big equipment, because I just do not have the space available for that at the main farm. I really like these types of trailers. These hopper style. This style of trailers, because they don't tip. These are not. These aren't tippers, but what I do have is you can actually legitimately transport two different commodities at once. Which can be useful if you have, for example, two commodities. Alright. A little under 20,000 liters. Oh, hello to the hello, welcome to the stream. A little under 20,000 liters of wheat. And almost there. How are you tonight? And there we go, right. AI worker H is blocked by an object again. And let's drop them. Start with the front one. And the contract's finished. Excellent. Environmental score reward. And that's done. Alright. Let's cache that. There we go. Harvesting 68. And that's another 12k. That car came out of nowhere. Gonna get back to the farm, skip the night. And then we have to finish up. No, not even finish up. Start working on some fields, because some fields really need it. Haven't gotten around to cultivating my own fields yet. crossing over the highway. Now if this tractor would go like 40 miles per hour instead of 30, then I could take the highway sometimes. Legally speaking, at least. The car was there first, but somehow the AI managed to get past it. Oh, that's surprising. Usually the AI starts whining about the smallest little. If there's even the smallest little thing in their way. And if they don't start whining, they make complete chaos out of it. Honestly surprised. And we skip the night. Hello, hello. Hi, how are you? Right, before we start working those fields, I'm gonna have to clean that up. I'm fine, thanks you. I'm doing good, I started this stream as a just chatting stream, but I ran out of things to say, so I just started playing Farming Simulator. Let's put this thing in line for a wash, because they're both gonna need it. Nice, I've sent you a thingamajig on Discord. You sent me a thingamajig on Discord? Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Be starting 18 first, I know. That's what I did. So you sent me a thingamajig on Discord. You know what? I'm gonna go and check that out. I'm gonna go right ahead and check it out. I'm gonna check it out on my phone. See what's up. Thingamajig. That's cool. It's actually pretty cool. It's not awful, it's pretty cool actually. Oh boy, what's this? Yeah, I think it's cool actually. What you sent me, it was pretty cool. Damn dog. Damn dog. Yes, this thing needs a new paint job. Oh, it's almost 10. Time flies when you're having fun. I just realized it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go in a bit. Anyway, this big machine is now finally clean. Small header and a big header. You may wonder, why the hell does this guy have two headers? Well, I have two headers because the big one's too big for small fields. Because it really takes away from the maneuverability, and the small one fits perfectly for that. You're terrible at Photoshop, but you really tried your best. Honestly, what you sent me, that was actually pretty decent. I like it. Let's close that up. Close that up. I'm gonna have to put that in for the tractor. Put that in the big shed. Damn, this tractor is thirsty. When it's just sipping fuel. When it's sipping fuel, when it's running idle, it sips fuel at like 13.1 liters every hour. Not particularly. It's not particularly a little amount. That's over twice as much as my small tractor. How much is this thing gonna need to? Oh, there we go. Clean the tractor up as well, even though it will probably get dirty at a later date. But cleaning your machines can help you visualize when your machines need a new paint job. I'm gonna need to have to put it in a decent location. That doesn't seem like a bad spot. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna loop this thing around. I think due to the sheer amount of fields, it's probably best to grab the cultivator. Let's see, because I want to sow right after, and I want to sow this stuff, canola, for that. Oh, I still have plenty of time. I still have plenty of time for that. I'm just gonna send this tractor over to plow a field. That way, I know for sure that the field that this tractor is going to plow won't have any weeds the next time I harvest. Oh, that's... Let's grab a weight. True at farming simulator style, like that. Good luck trying to do that in real life. Bet you aren't strong enough to lift a 900 kilogram weight. Ha! By the time it's done, the entire tractor and plow will most likely be white. Yes, I'm gonna let the AI take care of that. Excellent. Those trailers don't exist. Those trailers don't exist. That was a little experiment. What's my favorite tractor in the game? That's a good question. What's my favorite tractor in the game? That's a good question. The favorite tractor that I currently own? Oh, my least favorite tractor. Oh, my least favorite tractor. Let's see if I can find it. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. It's another one. Maybe this one. And this one is not even that bad, but it's an electric tractor. Come on. Come on. Why? When I'm driving a tractor, I want to hear the engine roar. This doesn't do that. It's just like this sounds like a bloody UFO. Like super annoying. Not annoying. It's just it sounds funny, but it's an electric tractor. Like, come on. I mean, it's not bad, but it's electric. So that's already like, for me, it's like, yeah, electric tractor now. I used it once. It was pretty funny to use, but it's not a tractor I will buy for myself. Not a tractor I would use. So much stress in that motor, though. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I should attach the weight before attaching that giant thing, otherwise it will be a one giant wheelie machine. Imagine using a PTO with it. See, that's the thing. When I used that thing, it was with a PTO. It wasn't bad actually. It handled fine, but in game at least. I wanted to see how an electric tractor would function in the game. Well, actually not bad, but still, it's an electric tractor. So it was fun to try it out, but it's not something. Exactly, it's an electric tractor. Just no, but I still wanted to try it out, see how it is. But it's definitely no match. Definitely not a match for a hard-working diesel engine, which sounds so much better. Especially if you get something like a 9620R, a big fat 8-cylinder inline. Woo! Well, that's my nearly 4 ton. That's my nearly 4,000 kilogram cedar. That thing is heavy as hell. It needs a giant weight up front. Like legit a giant weight. It's 2,500 kilograms. It's one heavy ass weight. Just as heavy as my mom. Which mom? I don't have one. What I have right here is a very nifty little contraption. It's a subsoiler. It's a subsoiler at the front. And behind that subsoiler is a power arrow, which is part of the seeder. So basically it does three things for me. This fruit cannot be planted. Oh, that's right. I can't proceed yet. Bruh. I can't seed yet. Well, that sucks. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab stones because I know that field is full of them. That one. Yeah, just like I thought, full of stones. Need a stone picker? Yes, I have a stone picker. When I get a stone picker in the game, I always get this one. This also happens to be the most expensive model, but it's the one I prefer to use simply because of the fact that it's right behind the tractor and not offset to some side. If it's offset to some side, it's hella annoying to work with it. Oh, this little tractor's gonna hate me. Well, there's a plus point. Don't need to cultivate the field anymore. Because the stone picker does that. Somehow it brings the fields to a cultivated status. But it does look really satisfying that when you have used the stone picker, the field afterwards is then completely clean of stones. It looks really satisfying, just a clean field. But I know one thing for sure: this tractor will catch up with that one real fast. And we lift. Not really paying attention, sorry, I'm also in a call right now. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Way to go, superstar. Yes, totally, way to go, superstar. Damn, the 6R really be catching up to this one. That's what you get when you change main tractors. The hours rack up real quickly on your main tractors. Want to break from the ads? Haha, real funny. Real funny. Blocked by an object. Seriously, dude, that wasn't even in front of you. A great example of the game just being like, oh, this other tractor is 20 centimeters away from me. I probably should stop. Oh, it's gonna rain soon. Oh, saving content. Please do not turn off your computer. Like I would, I'm in the middle of a stream, so I have no reason to shut down. Oh, it's gonna take a while before it's gonna rain. See, this is the current time. About 10 a.m. 9 to 10 a.m. betweenish. It's gonna, yeah, rain afterwards. Oh, there's the big tractor coming up. It's dead as funny because I don't even need that tractor that big yet, but sure as hell won't hurt. 48.8 hours on this tractor. 5.1 liters an hour. Compared to 13.1 on the 7R. What? And again, the 7R has a little over twice the amount of power, so. Now that's how you work a field. I don't need my shoes. So why the hell am I still even still wearing them? Oh, sorry, am I in your way? I didn't realize. How? Just how? And why? You could literally just have proceeded forwards, turn around, drop the plow again and go forward. But you had literally zero reason to reverse. Working Joe says, I have returned. Oh, have you returned? Nice to have you back. Literally waiting for the plow to be wide, for the plowed area to be wide enough. Otherwise the AI is gonna do AI things and replow the cultivated ground. I've had that happen before, that the AI then suddenly just turns the other way. So I just have to wait. The AI doesn't care. Ain't that the truth? Fucking hell. Like, a great example is when the AI is working the field and they have to cross the road. The cars on the road give the tractor, give the AI tractor a lot of space. If you're the one driving the tractor, the cars don't give you the cars don't even give you a damn meter of space. They don't even give you 5 feet of space. Like, what? And when the AI is driving the tractor, the cars on the road give you like at least 50 feet of space. Like, why? The king and the man stole the queen from her bed and bound her to her bones. Is that some sort of riddle? When we'll roam. Well, roam what? Roam free or roam around in fear of tyranny? Yo ho, all hands hoist the colors high. That sounds like a sea shanty. Heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Oh, I know, that's a song. That's a song. I've heard that. I've heard that song, so I know it's a song. Working Joe, if I remember correctly, you also have this game, right? I see. What's your least favorite tractor? Yes, sir. I'll let you check. Actually booting up the game right now. Right, and drop. Perfect timing. The thing is, with me, I love and cherish terrible. You love and cherish terrible. Well, everyone has their thing. Whatever is your thing, man. I don't judge you. The New Holland TK480. Wait, isn't that? Oh my god, isn't that the super narrow methane powered thing? It's gotta be. Yeah, that one. So this thing. Okay. I must admit it. It doesn't. It's actually not. It doesn't look terrible. Actually, from the back, it almost looks like a buggy, like a big buggy that can carry a big cedar. This is actually a pretty funny machine. It's actually, it's legit funny. And my favorite tractor in the game is well, contrary to popular belief, it's not a JD, it's not a John Deere. The biggest one I'm gonna own in the safe game is gonna be this 9620R. But that's not the tractor that is not actually my favorite tractor. That is going to be this. This is my favorite tractor. Just look at those exhaust stacks. Damn. And it has a very big 16-cylinder Detroit diesel engine in it. It's two-stroke. This thing is absolutely nuts. Did you know that this engine is actually two V8 engines slammed together? Then they made Detroit. Detroit actually just took like two 8 V72s and making 16 V72 out of it. So that creates with some tuning that creates this giant tractor with 1100 horsepower. So that makes it a W16. No, sir. It's actually two V8 engines. They're not connected side to side. They're connected back to back, basically, or yeah, front to back, so they're in line with each other. That makes so that basically you have two V8 engines, one's in the front, one's in the back. They're both connected in line, so you get you don't get a W16, you get a V16 out of that, because it's still a V shape. A W16 works different. It's basically a W16 is about the same physical size as a V8. And otherwise, the Prindrod Raptor 300. Raptor 300 Prindrod. Is that probably one of them small tractors either? If it's Prindrod, is that even in here? I don't think it is. The P. Where's the P? VWZ. I don't have it. I most likely don't have that tractor. Oh no, there it is. The Raptor 300. I can understand that one. Favorite thing to drive around is the Grimmy Rexor 6300. Oh, isn't that oh my god, that thing's big. I think it's a Grimmy. Then I already know. Since it's a Grimmy. Yeah, this one. Absolutely gigantic. So, you like sugar beets, huh? Boy. Just like to drive with nothing else. Imagine owning a $500,000 piece of farming equipment just to drive around with it. That'd actually be me. I would probably be the kind of guy to just like, if I had all the money in the world, I would probably just straight up buy like a 9620R. John Deere 9620R. Not to use it, just to drive it around. Just to say, oh, yeah, I got the biggest tractor John Deere has. I bet I don't have a use for it. Save it constantly for a JD CP660 just because it's a nice startup sound. Wow. Wait, that thing is expensive, man. The CP660, that's this one, the 690. That thing is expensive as all hell. Quite literally, it's an $847,000 machine. I look it up. Yeah, I know it's a cotton harvester. The CP690. That's an $847,000 piece of equipment. That thing is expensive. Starts up, go brrr. I like it. I used it once, and I leased it. And leasing that thing would cost me like $5,000. Just for one fucking field. The seeder that so when I eventually own field 30, 31, 32, 33 and 34, all those plots of land, I've already owned 30, but if I also own 31, 32, 33 and 34, I will merge those fields and I will I will merge those fields, and I will probably spend like nearly $1 million simply on getting a giant seeder. Is the JD8RT? Yeah, actually, I actually prefer the nose of the older of the pre-2020 facelift 8 RC R series. The 8R, RX, and RT all have the same nose. So this is the 8R, so that nose. That's the nose of the 8R. Of the Gen 2, which is post 2020. And this is pre 2020. I like this a lot more. I much prefer this nose. I like the lights a lot more for starters. But no, they had to change this up. Apparently, they if I was them, check the ART though. Yeah, I know it's the same nose. And now the 9R RT has this exact same space. I get why they leave it out open like this though. I get why they do that because it makes it easier to access it. Why is it so ugly? Because well, this is where these weights are. That's where there used to be a front axle, and it looks way different because there is no 3-point hitch on the front. That's for sure. There's no 3-point hitch on the front, and they most likely left that out because otherwise it's way too nose heavy. If you put something up front, if you for example the 9RT, same story. You can't attach anything to the front either. Though they did close this up, but then again, I think that's also the case with it's closed up like this from the 9R as well. Same most likely goes for the RX as well. Yep, that's why. So the reason for why it looks like that, well, quite simply, because it's just an 8R put on tracks. Right, let's go back to the field, pick some more stones. I have a Belarus mod pack and it has some nuggets. Oh really? It has some nuggets? What kind of nuggets? Check Discord and find out. Alright, alright. I'ma check Discord then, huh? Let's see, what's on Discord? What? Well, that's definitely some type of nugget. That's definitely some type of nugget. That reminds me of these older American tractors that, like a farmal. Same, it had also was basically a tri-wheeler, but still had 4 wheels. But the nose wheels are centered. Check Discord again. Again. Exactly, that thing. This thing, yeah. That reminds me of that. It's an that's a classic American tractor. Don't want to be rude, but you know the drill by now. Ha! I guess I do. I'm guessing you gotta go. Don't mind me. Saving up. Saving up very well, I see. Saving up very well, I see. 99 million. It's an excellent job saving up, man. Yes. yes. And there you are. Alliance drop. There you go. See, that's funny. This tractor's going slower than the big tractor with the plow, but it's still catching up to it because the stone picker is wider. So, speed isn't everything. If you have the width to compensate, you'll still be faster. Alright. Show you. You're gonna show me 2 screenshots in a bit. Alright. Sounds good. I just love the fact of how much cleaner the field looks without all those stones in there. Make it 3. Fine by me. So make sure you join the Discord server. That way you won't. That way you'll get notified for future streams, and you can also upload the screenshots there. I get notified by Twitch. I see. It's funny, just because this thing's wider, I've already caught up to it. So I need to wait. I need to wait until that tractor does another pass. So I'm gonna check Discord in the meantime, see if there's anything noteworthy. Settings. That took a sec. There you go. Alright, let's see. that enough space already? Cutting it close. Invites. Pastes. Excellent. No, nothing noteworthy on Discord yet. Oh, typical. From time to every now and then I have to restart the Stream Deck software because I don't know, it just doesn't want to reconnect. Excellent, and then we're gonna do another pull. And we're gonna see. Let me check the Discord. Ooh, is that something that? How big was that field? That's the question. 15.99. Field info. Ah, 15.06. I'm guessing you got the extended field info mod installed. I've been thinking about snatching that up. Is that a good mod? How's the experience with it? You like it, huh? I saw something come by about it. Gives you all the info you need to ruin stuff. Really that bad, huh? Huh. Well, yeah, 15 hectares. That's not small. That's decent for. That's relatively big for a farming simulator map. For a farming simulator field. Not gonna lie, the little harvester was so slow. Yeah, 2 to 3 miles per hour is horrifically slow. One reason why I'm not interested in doing potato farming or sugar beets. 60 horses. Potato farming and sugar beets are very slow. Take forever because because they're not wide. They just take forever. Saving content, okay. So field 30, 31, 32, and 33 and 34 when combined are about a 17 to 18 hectare field, which is pretty big. um, but which is pretty big. If you fill all of that up with wheat, you get a insane amount of wheat. Try like, oh, I don't know, solid 300,000 liters at least. Try to drive only that hunk beat thing. It has tight steering, it's big, pretty decently quick. You could also drive a monster truck. It also has pretty tight steering. If you configure it correctly, at least. Not the same experience. Now, if Farming Simulator only had the soft body crash physics from BeamNG, then it would legit be hilarious to, you know, destroy a tractor. You'd rather use something for something it's not designed to do. Talk about being inefficient. It doesn't do the job of being inefficient, yeah. Right now I'm purposely narrowing the work area of the stone picker, so I don't cover as much field, so it takes longer for me to catch up. Yeah, of course. Bro, what should I answer if people ask me what's my daily driver, the Grimmy Rexer? I'd honestly say that, yeah, why not? Just make them confused as hell. And make them confused as hell, make them be like... Bro, really? Make them be like... What the fuck? Great example of AI. AI is dangerous, they said. But definitely not Farming Simulator AI, it's too stupid. The AI is more A than I. Yeah, you have AI, but you just need to take away the I because it's stupid as hell. Oh wow, that's the best thing I've read so far. The AI is more A than I. Legend. That's a really good one. It's more artificial than intelligent. Yeah, totally. Especially if you give the AI giant equipment on a field that does not have a lot of space, especially not a lot of space around it. Trust me, it will not know what the hell to do. Especially at the field end. Well, I've experienced that, of course. Somehow the AI manages to just completely jackknife the shit out of it. I brought those rocks to the debris crusher, but shouldn't have actually. Damn. Me thinking it was full, but it's only at 89%. Right, just need to wait until the tractor comes this way. In a different save game, I had the AI work field 47. When it was done at 47, it on its own went to field 50, and then it also went to field 51, but I only asked to do field 47. I guess the piece of equipment it had clipped the other fields, so I thought, oh hey, that's another field I have to work. Honestly, it was pretty relaxed because I would have sent it to do those fields anyway. There's a little field on the map that I play on number 66. Haha, Star Wars. I bought the biggest harvesting machinery I could and went along my way. Literally one swoop and I was done. But I have a field that has a much nicer number. Field 69. I got field 69, man. You love inefficiency. Well, if you're gonna use giant equipment on a small field, I wouldn't call that inefficiency because you're using less fuel to accomplish the same amount of work because you don't have to because you're not because for the same amount of work you're working way faster, so it's actually more efficient, especially if you could do it just in one swoop. Just smack a 60-foot header in front of it. Yes, that I did. Show it to the people. Show it to the people, okay? I'll show it to the people. Since you were nice enough to send it to me on Discord, I'll show you. So, this is the field. Pretty big field. It's like 15. No, it's more like 14 hectares, and he did that with this tiny bugger. Oh, probably not in the best shot. There you go. He did it with that tiny bugger. Which is, well, honestly, I wouldn't even have the patience for it. Nightmare's finest. Yep. Nightmare's finest. And there you go. Reboot it again. I'm gonna loop around. Pay us so we destroy your land. Destroy your land. Okay, sure. We could do that. Oh, you better figure out a way, AI. Or... Oh, wow. AI work AI is blocked by an object. Seriously. Not very I. I always find a way. I'm Mandalorian. This is the way. Oh boy, it's full. Which I realized a little bit too late. That thing's heavy, alright. It's sinking into the ground. Quite severely. $49.7 hours. Ooh, this is gonna be the first machine on the first machine I have in the save game to surpass 50 hours. 50 work hours. What I usually tend to do is I drop the rocks. I drop the rocks right here. And when I have enough to fill, an entire trailer with them, I'll go over to the debris crusher with it. I also mowed a big ass field with a little teeny profi hopper. I'll send a pic in a sec. I've since then sold both the field and the thing. Oh? Did you now? That's a pretty big heap of rocks. Excellent driving, yes sir. And there's something going on outside. Oh, couldn't give a damn less though. That's one way to do it. Funny how every time that one side of the tractor gets white and then it switches around. And there we go. And I'm gonna check my Discord real quick. Information sent. Amazon Profi Hopper. What the hell? Oh my god. How do you even have the patience for that? That's my biggest question. There's something wrong with all of us. Reverse this up so I can line her up. And voila. It's quite a bunch of stones then. See, that's what I mean. That tractor is over there, and that car was waiting for him. Like, you don't even need that much space, bro. Bro, I get less space with the fucking Grimmy. I have constant issues where the AI isn't giving me enough space to turn. I know what that's like. The AI, when you're driving the thing, the AI doesn't give you the space. But when the AI is driving it, then they do. It just doesn't make any sense. It's almost like they're like, it's almost discrimination like. They're like, oh, that is not computer, so we're not gonna give him space. He'll figure it out. Nah, they're discriminatory towards humans. That's what they are. Then again, you can't just turn the traffic off. Discriminatory towards nightmarish beasts, which is outrageous. Yeah, which is indeed outrageous. Bruh. That's another like typical what the fuck moment. Just makes me want to yell. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that. I'm not even going to attempt. Not even going to attempt to pronounce that. That's just one hell of one hell of a word. Did you come up with that? Or is that an actual word? Mary Poppins did. Oh, really? I didn't need to plow this field, but guess I wanted to. That at least when you plow a field, you at least know for sure that you won't have any weeds the first time you harvest it after plowing. Now I like the size of this. Just look at how much bigger that 7R is compared to my teeny tiny tractor. Oh, you're going too fast now, little tractor. Oh my god, that tractor's big, so much bigger. It just looks too... Okay, that's just... I just really find this funny to see the sheer difference in size. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. AI worker eye is blocked by an object. Oh, for Christ's sakes, grow up. Oh god, it started to rain. Let the sinking party start. That way, come on, that way. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. I'm not even that. I'm not gonna attempt pronouncing that. Nah, that won't be necessary. I sent you a YouTube video of it. Oh, when I'm done with the stream, that's the first thing I'm gonna check. Oh, that's... Yeah, don't get the copyright struck into oblivion. Yeah, the amount of copyright claims I have on my YouTube channel, that's quite a bunch. All because of some O's videos. God. I think the record is like 10 separate claims on a single video. Long live O's. The only thing it really does is it just demonetizes the video. Well, monetizes it, but not for your channel. Seriously, bro. Almost done with the field. Maybe like for me it's just like maybe 2 passes. 2 passes. Then I'm done with this field. Yeah, 2 passes. The 7 arm may also still need to do another 2. Probably it most likely leaves out. Probably leaves a teeny tiny strip it's trying to catch. Should I build nightmare farms on Elm Creek as well? That's completely up to you. I'm gonna show you a big ass cedar, by the way. This thing is fucking gigantic. This thing is 30.5 meters wide. This thing's huge. And this thing weighs 32 tons. And then this thing gets behind it. This thing gets behind it. It's just 21.8 tons. And when filled up, it's most likely 10 tons heavier. So when you have this particular cedar, you're most likely are pulling like 60 tons. 60 tons of 60 tons of cedar. It's fucking big. I've used it once. Freaking loved it. Yes, yeah, I knew it's gonna leave out the strip. Out of all possible ways you could have gone, you tries to go this way. You'd like to hook that up to a tractor with 200 horsepower. I'm telling you, a 600 horsepower tractor is struggling with it. A 200 horsepower tractor will dig itself into the ground. It probably won't even get it moving. Hey, 50 hours. My tractor just turned 50 hours. What's the mod name for the giant cedar? Mod name for the giant cedar? I'll show you. It's this one. The Burgold 3420-100 Paralink hoe drill plus 71300 air card. It's this one. But yeah, if you buy this, you are owning like over $500,000 worth of machinery alone. Single seater, it's expensive as hell. Need to put this thing away. Yeah, that thing will take care of it. Show it one more time, sure. Burgold 3420-100 Paralink hoe drill plus 71300 air cards. That's the kind of machinery they would use in the United States or in Australia. Got it? Nice. You dumb fucking AI. That's the wrong way. Now that's pretty much a finished field. This field is pretty much ready for seeding now. Which will also take quite a bit. And that's done. Oh, I spot a rock. What's that doing there? Pretty sure that was the only piece. Ooh, that wind turbine is producing some cash right now. Get this back on the farm. Okay, I'm just gonna go full send. With any luck, it may send the tractor flying a little. It's not steep enough. It's your mod folder now. You'll go check it out tomorrow. Great. Good luck maneuvering it. The thing is fucking gigantic. If you thought the 9620R was a pretty big tractor, like if you thought that this was a pretty big tractor, that's a Cedar completely dwarfs it. It literally dwarfs it. That's how big it is. And this is pretty damn big for a tractor. Then the Cedar, but the Cedar dwarfs it. What about Big Bird? It dwarfs that too. This thing is big, but I'm pretty damn sure it will completely dwarf this too. It's just that big. Well, that field's done. Saving content, yes, I know. See, some fields of mine just have some minor stones on it. Field 49. Okay, I'll probably stone pick field 49. But for that I need to plow it first. Or no, cultivate it, doesn't really matter. Anyway, I have to plow field, stone pick field 49, 45, 46, 48 and 47. Don't really need that yet. But they probably do over the next time around. Somehow it thinks there's still a field here, which is not true. There's no more field here. Rip. That's not supposed to be there. Oh wait, that's probably worth it. Purchase. Sure. But silty clay. Oh god, silty clay, seriously? Sandy loam isn't bad, but this is mostly silty clay. Oh well. I have to go now, I'm sleepy now. Good night, friends. Yes, you too. Good night. I was going to wrap up anyway, so yeah. Well, if y'all liked tonight's stream, then please follow. And I will return on Sunday. Don't know what I'll stream yet, but we shall see then. So I hereby say, have a nice day, have a good week, and I'll see you on Sunday.